All right, guys, what's up? It's Jack, and welcome back to another video. As you can see here, we have the Year 1 Season 2.3 patch notes that just released earlier today as of the time of this recording. And tomorrow, or today, regarding of when, depending on when this goes up, we will be having the mid-season update. So we will be probably around, give or take, 6 weeks away before XDefiant Season 3 launches. And actually, as a matter of fact, one of my viewers in my stream earlier today basically mentioned that the Season 3 will launch on the 18th of December. So we will see how that ends up playing out. So let's get into this, because there's 5 minutes worth of reading to get into, and I don't want this video to be too long, and let's get right into it. So first, we're going to start with the gameplay. It says they've added a new quick play button for the main menu so players can bypass the pomp and circumstances and jump right into the action. And then they also widen the entry of angle, which a player is facing a ledge can mantle it from 120 degrees to 140 degrees. In other words, now players shouldn't have to directly face a ledge to mantle it. Also restored missing player animations when mantling an object while wielding the Spaz 12. Next, players were inflicting melee damage if they triggered the attack while facing away from their opponent and turned towards them before the melee animation completed. Now, players will only inflict melee damage if they are targeting an opponent when the melee animation reaches its moment of impact. Next up, players were earning twice the intended amount of Battle Pass XP for completing a linear match. Now they earn the intended amount. Next up, we've got factions. So the Highwaymen, saw launcher blades were killing players, even then killing them right again after they had respawned. The textbook definition of bus kill, so they no longer do that. Next, the saw launcher no longer kills players within Medico Supremo's field of soothing health mist without ricocheting to deliver a second and fatal blow. The GS Commando, the Flash Shield Ultra, is now ready for the moment its status bar is full, at which point the bar turns green. Previously, the status bar displayed red for a beat before turning green. All right, next up, we've got some maps here. Players no longer see the incorrect map cinematic displayed when joining a match in progress. Fix the line of sight issues in the Clubhouse, Rockefeller, Daytona, and Pueblito maps that led players in the names of other players through obstructions. Basically, this happens to a certain degree in Noodleplex as well. All right, next up, we have game mode. So with Bomb, players joining a bomb game in progress were given a chilling glimpse of the bottomless firmament that lies beyond the reassuringly corporal walls of XDefiant Combat's domains. But good news, the spectator cam no longer clips through the environment to peer into the soulless void. Next up, fixed a failure of spectator cam and HUD functionality when joining a bomb match in progress. Next up, capture the flag. Xbox Series X players were getting a little progress bump on the achievement winner every single time they turned the enemy flag into their base in Capture the Flag. That achievement is only supposed to progress after winning 10 matches and has now been fixed. Next, we have some ranked fixes here. Hitting the play button from the ranked mode screen before the mode is available no longer displays a preview on the currently selected rewards tier. Next up, they fixed the play button on the ranked mode menu screen so it no longer remains selectable for players banned temporarily because they quit ranked matches 3 times in a row, which incurs a 1-hour ban from playing ranked mode. We have a little bit of a weapons change here. So players can now earn progression XP for their currently equipped weapon when scoring objective points, such as earning for killing the flag carrier and capture the flag, taking out the package pushers and escort, etc. Hopefully that obviously includes taking flags. And I want to see how this is going to be implemented in Hot Shot, if anything at all. Because a game mode like Hot Shot has been kind of known to be ignored as far as objective-based games go. When you look at like a few past Call of Duty titles, namely Modern Warfare 3, to where getting a tag didn't count towards your point streaks, and in Ghost as well. But I think they fixed it in Ghost to where you had to collect 2 tags in order to get 1 more point towards your streak as well. But obviously, the Black Ops series did a better job with that, starting with Black Ops 2, to where you would get 100 points per tag collected, and then for tag denied, you get 25. All right. Moving on, lowered the stats, the rate of fire stats for the AK-47 and the ACR by 25 rounds per minute, respectively. Players can no longer pick up weapons in the middle of switching to them, or conversely switching weapons in the middle of picking up a new one. The quality of life fix also eliminates a bug that would sometimes turn a player's weapon invisible while performing weapon switching and picking up simultaneously. The Pyroclastic weapon skin now unlocks at level 500 as intended. Now we have some advice. The smoke grenade has been introduced and basically says smoke grenades make their debut in the battlefield. This new grenade type shows confusion among opponents. blocking their line of sight while disabling aim assist. AR target skills such as scrap turrets and spider bots, enemy outlines, and the minimap. All right, also comes in handy for hiding an aggressive push or just adding a touch of chaotic Jedinazgi in the battlefield. I don't know what even that means or if I even said it right. All right, next up, netcode. Further reductions to netcode bandwidth, an ongoing process. You can read more about why bandwidth reduction is so important in our year 1 update. All right, so hopefully the game will feel a little bit better. I don't think this is the big one. The big one is supposed to be either at the end of the season or at the beginning of season 3, to where it was stated by Mark Rubin that we should be feeling a difference by then, more than anything. All right, next up, audio. Echelon's digital ghillie suit was silencing players' footsteps as well as turning them invisible, which seemed like an unrealistic and unreachable level of stealth. So now cloaked agents have audible footsteps again. Next up, tone down the sound of exploding spider bots so they're more realistic and appropriate in tighter spaces. Also, spider bot footsteps and servo noises cease once the little buggers commence face hugging. And then we have some miscellaneous here. Upon completing matches, players were seeing unlock notifications for faction characters they had already unlocked. Now, they won't see those notifications. Next up, improved PC performance issues that have crept up since the launch of Season 2, particularly in the Emporium map. They fixed an issue preventing the mouse from locking into the game window while playing on a second monitor. The XDefiant starter pack in the in-game store displayed an offer expired tag when in fact the offer has not expired. And of course, like usual, crashes, fixes, and various. Now, first of all, I got to give a shout out to the devs by basically having this out before this patch went up, so that way we already know about it ahead of time. And of course, let's keep fingers crossed that when this patch goes live, that nothing else gets broken in the game. You know what I mean? Whether it's something big or something small. Some people over the course of Season 2, or even from the preseason all the way to Season 1, basically were reporting that upon updates, the games would feel worse for them. However, there are also other updates that made certain players, things just felt better after that. So hopefully this time everybody's just gonna be feeling good things and not bad things. But as you guys know, we're not in a perfect world, so therefore let's just keep our fingers crossed and hope something else doesn't get broken. And if there was some sort of bug that would release with this game update, then hopefully it'll be something minor, not something major. So with that being said, you guys can let me know down in the comment section in terms of what you guys think of this update. And the biggest highlight for me of this more than anything was the the progression XP for playing the OBJ. So and I'm particularly interested in Hotshot. So, and I know I mentioned in my previous video that I really don't play the OBJ, and I made an entire video explaining that, but I'm still excited for it because, quite frankly, this helps with the leveling system as well, and is only going to complement the prestige mode when that eventually does release. So with that being said, guys, I'd like to thank everybody for taking the time to watch and or listen. I hope you enjoyed it. Let all thoughts be known down below, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.